Are you tired of that yearly tax season headache? I get it. We all are. But today, we're going to conquer it. We're breaking down Bangladesh's e-return system, a tool that's really designed to make filing your income tax return simpler, faster, and way more secure. So let's just dive right in.
Seriously, does the very thought of gathering all those papers, wrestling with manual calculations, and oh my gosh, waiting in long lines just fill you with dread? Well, I'm here to tell you there is a much, much better way. The digital world has completely changed how we handle our money, and taxes are a huge part of that revolution.
So what's the real upside of making the switch? Well, for starters, you can file from your couch at midnight if you want to. Your submission is instant, so you get that proof right away. The system's auto-calculations slash the risk of making a costly mistake, and your sensitive financial data is kept totally safe with strong encryption. And you know what? It's completely paperless, which is always a nice bonus.
Okay, here's our game plan to make this super simple. We've kind of covered why you should file online. Next up, we'll get you ready with everything you need. Then we're going to demystify how your tax bill is actually calculated, walk step by step through the e-return process, and finally, reveal the surprising power of that little filing receipt.
First things first, preparation. You know, the secret to a pain-free filing experience is just having everything you need before you even log on. Trust me, a few minutes of prep right now will save you a world of hassle later on.
So let's figure out if you even need to file. If your income is above the tax-free limit, that's a definite yes. You also have to file if you've been taxed any time in the last 3 years, if you hold a senior role at a company, or, and this is a big one folks, if you need to get certain essential services that actually require proof of filing.
And what is that magic number? Well, for the 2025-2026 assessment year, the general tax-free income threshold is 350,000 taka. If your annual taxable income is above this, you're on the hook to file a return. Simple as that.
All right, this is the date you cannot afford to miss. The deadline for individual taxpayers to file their income tax return is November 30th. Put a reminder in your phone, circle it on your calendar in big red ink, do whatever it takes. Filing on time is absolutely key to avoiding any penalties.
Okay, let's get your ducks in a row. Here's your document checklist. You'll need your TIN and your password for the portal. A really key requirement is a biometrically verified mobile number. Can't skip that. Then go ahead and gather all your income proofs. You know, like salary certificates, your bank statements, and any documents for investments you're planning to claim.
Now for the part that often seems a little confusing, but I promise it's actually very logical. How your tax is calculated. It's not just a single flat rate, it's what we call a progressive system, where the rate goes up as your income goes up.
Here's a look at how it works. Your first 350,000 taka is taxed at 0%, zilch. The next chunk of your income gets taxed at 5%, the next at 10%, and so on, up the ladder. The great thing is the e-return system does all this math for you, but seeing the structure shows you exactly where your final number comes from.
Now here's where it gets really interesting, how you can legally lower your tax payment. It's done through something called an investment rebate. By putting your money into government-approved sectors, you can get a direct credit. It's basically a discount on your final tax bill.
So how is this credit calculated? It's a neat little formula. The system looks at 3 numbers: how much you actually invested, 20% of your total taxable income, and 1 crore taka. It then takes the lowest of those 3 as your admissible amount and gives you a sweet 15% rebate on that figure. Understanding this is really the key to smart tax planning.
Okay, deep breath. We're prepared, we understand the math. Now it's time to actually file. Let's walk through the real steps on the e-return website. You're going to see it's way more straightforward than it sounds. Your journey begins right here at etaxnbr.gov.bd. From this main page, you're going to look for the e-return tile right there in the center. That's your gateway to the whole filing system. Now, if this is your very first time filing online, no worries. You'll just need to complete a quick one-time registration. Just look for the registration link. This is where you'll create your online account.
Registration is a super quick 4-step process. You'll enter your TIN and that verified mobile number, type in the little security CAPTCHA, verify the one-time password they text you, and then you just set a secure password. That's it. After that, you're ready to log in and get started.
Once you're in, you'll face a key choice: single-page return or detail return. The single-page option is a really streamlined form, and it's perfect if your income is simple, like if you just have a salary. The detail return is for more complex situations, like having multiple income sources, maybe business earnings, or significant investments. Just choose the one that best fits your financial life.
So after you hit submit, you'll get a confirmation. But listen, this is not just any old receipt. It's called a Proof of Submission of Return, or PSR, and in today's economy, it's an incredibly powerful document to have.
I want you to think of filing your taxes as more than just a duty. It is literally the key that unlocks major financial milestones, because without that proof of filing, a lot of those doors will just stay closed to you.
For example, need a loan over 5 lakh TACA? You're gonna need a PSR. Applying for a credit card? Yep, need a PSR. Renewing a trade license, registering a car, buying property in a city. For all of these and more, you have to prove you filed your taxes. It has become a truly essential document for modern life.
Wow, we have covered a lot, from getting prepared all the way to understanding the real power of your submission. So let's just quickly recap the 3 most important takeaways from all this.
So here are the 3 things I really want you to remember. First, trust the digital process. It is built to help you, not trick you. Second, that November 30th deadline is not a suggestion, so be prepared. And third, always remember that your proof of submission is way more than a receipt. It's your ticket to participating fully in the economy.
You see, by taking control of your tax filing, you're not just complying with the law, you're getting a much clearer picture of your own financial health. And that kind of clarity is incredibly empowering. So the real question is, what will you do with it?